right. So let's just make sure everything's not. All right, perfect. All right. So we are going to play with, if you remember the last video, we did a super team with the Heat. Now, I don't think the Heat have enough to get a Joel Embiid. So I put him on the Knicks. Let me just start off right from the top. Daryl Morey's not doing this because it's in his division. It's a bitter rival, and he's petty, so he doesn't want to see Embiid go where he wants to go. He has no loyalties to Embiid. So even the Knicks don't even have the most assets. You got San Antonio, you've got OKC, you've got a few other teams in the mix, but again, this is an alternate reality, so we're trying this. Embiid has given the Sixers, by all intents and purposes, this year to basically it's a championship or bust. And they're not winning a championship. They're not beating, unless the Bucks get injured like they did last year. And what are the chances of 2 years in a row? You saw what Giannis did in the qualifiers. I think he dropped something like 70, 80 points, some crazy. He is out to destroy the league next year. He's going to win the MVP next year, in my opinion. So good luck, Embiid. So I do think he's going to get traded. Again, I don't think he's going to the Knicks. But we shall see what happens. Crazy things have happened. So in this iteration, I have traded everybody to the Sixers, right? So I've left Harden there because, I think he stays there. So let's actually move Maxey here. Pat Bev is not starting over Maxey. And I don't think he starts. I think he goes back to being, so let's leave the college teammates as the backcourt. I think that would be a better backcourt anyway. Tucker is just not going to do anything. They're not going to start him over Tobias Harris. So they have Mitchell Robinson. They have R.J. Barrett. They have Quickly. They have Grimes, Paul Reed. So they make out like bandits in this scenario. They get all their young talent. So it's going to be very weird. Look at it, 81s across the board. So, what do they like to say? Mid. So very mid on that end. Let me actually see if I can make this brighter. This is the team that I came up with. I don't know if people are going to want to trade. It's been floating around that Emmanuel Quickly wants 4 years, $100 million. R.J. Barrett is on a good contract. Mitchell Robinson is on a good contract. Quentin Grimes is not up for an extension in 2 years. So if Emmanuel Quickly wants that kind of cash, I think the Knicks are going to end up trading him because they're going to have a cap situation. They don't want to be hard capped. So, and I gave him basically all the scrubs from Philly, the back end players to go with this team. Obviously, they're going to sign, free agents and stuff like that. I think DiVincenzo would start in this situation. Look at Jalen Martin. They have Jalen Martin starting. That's just not going to happen. I put Montrezl Harrell there. I put a whole bunch of, wow. This team is really sore on talent. I think if you're going to get Embiid, Fournier would be in that trade, but we're not focusing on that. We're focusing more on getting rid of all the young, good players that they have in that scenario. So we're not worried about, when we make these trades, we're not worried about salary cap ramifications because we don't want to be that detailed. You want to have a little fun, And actually, Mitchell and RJ both make together over 40 million. So I do think there's a chance that the contracts with that trade would line up. But you basically keep Brunson happy because you keep the core, his Villanova teammates intact. You lose all your blue chips if you're the Knicks. And obviously they're going to give up everything. If you're getting 5 first-round picks for Gobert, who's absolutely just not a caliber player of Embiid. Embiid is actually a better defender, a better rebounder, and that's what Gobert's strong suit is. And don't even get to me about scoring. Embiid's an MVP, even though last year Joker should have won. He's an MVP conversation. But yeah, he goes there. I'm not making this trade, even from New York's perspective as well. I mean, they're going to. You want stars to sell tickets. But I got flashbacks from Antonio McDyess, high-end guy, obviously nowhere near the player that Embiid is. But as soon as he came to the Knicks, he was injury-prone. He busted his knee, I think, the first year. I think even the first few games. I don't even remember many games with Embiid. I mean, with McDice. So the knee injuries bother me. So, and one, let's go. All right, I had to shoot around because I haven't played for a week. I was on vacation. So I've not played. So I had to practice almost for like 30 minutes because, as you know, I am not the best shooter in the world. So I wanted to shoot with Embiid, Randall, and Julius. Julius, I've really been struggling recently. I don't know why with his shot. And this would actually create an exciting dynamic for them with all those draft picks. Look at that. With all those young players and assets. You're talking about 6 first-round picks and the Knicks' best young players for one dude who's an MVP. So, like I said, if Gobert can get you 5 picks, then you know Embiid's getting 6, 7 picks. Even though I think the market has reset because there's very limited teams with draft picks. So I think Embiid could be had for 3 to 4 picks. I know people in Philly will think I'm crazy, but there's just not that type of, especially if OKC is not involved in a bidding war, and I don't think they would because they have Chet there. I don't see them taking a risk with an Embiid type player this early in the rebuild, but we'll see. And this is more natural. This would be more like Villanova starters, DiVincenzo starting at the 2. And this would actually make Thibodeau so happy. He just cannot stand young players. I mean, that's the way he comes across. Yeah, this scenario quickly has to step up. And I think quickly and Maxey, because they played with each other in college, would be a very, very just a dynamic backcourt. A little undersized, I'm not gonna lie. This is barbecue chicken alert. Randall would have to would go to his natural place of being a number 3 player. We don't need him. When you have a person at a number 3 position in the pecking order, there's no pressure on you. You're a number 3. If you play well, good. If you don't play well, oh well. It's not on you. And I think Randall just cannot take the pressure of being a number 1. That's why Brunson was brought in to be the number 1. And you could tell because Randall went back to form. Oh my God, that's a make, bro. Once you get Embiid on your team, you're an automatic championship contender. Oh my God. 29% covered in the NBA, you're making that layup. Quickly, just not knowing what to do there. Teammates on the Lakers, Hart to Randall. And I don't know, maybe the Sixers say, you know what, we don't want to take a complete rebuild. Keep one of your blue chip players and we'll take Randall, and Randall will have less pressure. I mean, that's just asinine, actually. It doesn't make sense because Philly is the only city that's tougher on their players than New York. Only Philly, that's it. Philly, they'll throw a beer can at your mother. They don't care. Philly is the Bronx as a city. Like, we have some crazy people in New York, but nowhere to the level of Philly. And I love Philly. Philly's just real. They're just not gonna be nice for the sake of being nice. They don't care. So I don't know if that works. I think maybe a 3-team trade, flipping Randall somewhere else. Oh, wow. Mitchell Robinson is balling. Late. Oh, man. I'm always struggling because I always do it early with him. I like Randall off the dribble when I shoot with him. Same thing with when I've noticed that in my shoot around. Same thing with Jalen Brunson. Robinson does that. His rim protection is sick. He's just so important to a team that values rim protection as much as the Knicks. I think Quickly would flourish. Because for him to flourish in New York, what? Yeah, this has been a tough start. I gotta actually bench probably Randall earlier and have him come in with the bench mob, or maybe I'll have Embiid come in. Yeah, I'll do that. We'll sit DiVincenzo so Embiid is not alone. We're gonna start using Fournier because again we're limited in what we have. And then this will allow Julius and Jalen to reclaim their position as 1 and 2. Oh my God. His back was turned yet. I mean, his hands would go up in real life, so. What would RJ do in Philly? He had that famous run-in with a Philly fan, like, you're paying to watch me, then shut, I don't know how many minutes it's been. Shut the front door is basically what he said in a not nice way. And thank you guys for watching my 2K videos. You know, even if it's quickly, like those videos are always #1 out of all the stuff that I show. So I appreciate it. As you know, I don't do stuff. I don't make decisions based on clicks because I want to have fun. I think once it becomes monetary, once it becomes your source of income, then you have to consider it because, you know, if you have a 9 to 5, you cope and you deal. But once you've left, you don't want to go back. Wow, he straight up took Hart to school. Let me find out. I can't hit anything. 41% contested. Okay. Even though Tobias Harris is not a good defender. I got Harden coming off the bench in this scenario because their focus would be on the young players. They don't care about winning right now in this world. Would Nick Nurse do that? I don't know. They've been playing, this iteration of this team has played well. Oh my God. How do you miss that, bro? I do not miss the rubber banding of this game. You gotta keep the game close. I mean, it could have just been a bad shot in that situation, but this game does rubber band. And rubber banding is just a nickname for computer assistants because they want the game to be close. Because if you're always blowing out your opponent, you tend to not play the game. I forgot how Julius shoots. All right, he's a quicker shot than I thought. Okay.
And Greg, just like you, Julius Randle is a southpaw.
All right, let's go. The whole Knicks team is southpaw. That's when they said, when reports came out that they were interested in Harden, I was like, BS. Harden does not play defense. He's lazy. There's no way him and Tibbs would not clash. All right, a little late there. That was a bad shot. Trying to push the pace here. And it's been really hard to push the pace against this defense. They got Pav Bev, PJ Tucker. They got a veteran team off the bench. Oh my God. I can't hit any layups. Look at this. This is ridiculous. I can't hit anything. But I like this bench. And this, wow, okay. Okay, Harden.
You don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
That's what the Knicks do. They do mostly ISO ball. Okay. Well, Hart never gets tired. Hart can play, I don't know how many minutes in a row. All right, well, at least it's a close game. At least it's a close game. All right, so we're going with a little bit of a bench unit now. But we have... Oh, wow. Mitch does play Embiid as almost as good as anybody defensively. So that's not surprising. Mitch stays on his feet now. Give me that. Let's go. Yeah, this team, this Knicks team with this trade is severely lacking depth. Yeah, you're not making that.
But on the Sixers, he understands his role is different. He says, I'm not a guy who's going to press looks. The ball is going to
Oh my God.
I just got to be ready when the opportunity comes my way.
How did you get that?
David, thank you.
And it said I was 8% covered. So if I'm 8% covered, how did he block that shot? I'm really struggling figuring out what to do with this team, which is weird. Wow, 30%. Wow, I am playing like trash. All right, well, little rust. Yeah, slow-mo, baby. Let's go. When you have a big that can spread the floor like Embiid, it just completely opens up the floor for Julius, for Jalen to get open shots because you gotta go over the pick there. That one. Wow. They're playing some lockdown defense with this team. Oh, too late. Embiid had his wedding in the Hamptons. He's a tough-skinned guy. I think when he first came into the NBA, it was kind of shocking how rough those Philly fans were. But everybody's kind of gotten used to each other. What, 6-7 years in?
As a player, talk about that change. Self-confidence is a weird one. Sometimes you can work regularly, and sometimes you can work.
Oh my God, I made a layup. I made a layup. It's a miracle. Yeah, this light panel situation that I have going, I don't know what it is, but wow, nice. RJ would really benefit having a passer like James Harden. Would really free him up from having to... Oh my God, another turnover. I've played like straight dog crap, but again, I don't think I've played 2K in like 2 weeks. Late. Mitchell Robinson has completely shut me down in the paint. I rarely, if ever, play with the Knicks, so I don't know what it's like to go against Mitch, but he's tough. You got to hit a lot of jump shots against him. I like Nick Nurse in a vacuum. The idea of him coaching this team, I think he's going to bring a little bit of toughness to them. Slightly late. 11% covered, cannot make it. I mean, shooting is hard in the NBA as well, so. Wow. RJ does not play this well with me. Or in general, but I think he's going to take a leap this year. I've been noticing with the off-season stuff in the NBA that all right, we got to make some subs. That a lot of, like, Kevin Durant's been playing with a lot of random players. Or we have Montrezl Harrell, but I don't want to play with him. Let's take a look. Jalen Martin's actually been getting really good buzz in the summer league, so we'll play with him. We'll leave Embiid in. Wow, Hart's played the whole game, but Hart said, and he's famous for, you want me 48 minutes, you want me 4 minutes, coach, whatever you need. And that's what Tibbs likes to hear.
Brunson against Maxey. He gets it in there.
Got him in that blender there. Jalen is like unguardable in the paint. Like he has, I know that's gonna sound like hyperbole. And if I was more famous, I would get roasted for this, but I think Jalen Brunson has as good a footwork as the best elite big men in the NBA. Woo! Okay. Let's go, Martin. I didn't make him, somebody else did, so don't add me talking about I bumped up his numbers. But he's been good. Jalen Martin's been really good. I think he's from the G League Ignite, if I'm not mistaken. He has a nice body. Tibbs is 65, so again, he's not very creative. Got him. Oh, let's go, Rook. Wow, look at how low my score is. I'm keeping them at a pretty low score. It's been defense at a premium. This feels like an Eastern Conference game. It's just been one thing after another. Or maybe the light's not facing me. All right, I don't want him in here for too long. Let's see Jericho Sims. You know when you've come from a, oh wow, look at that, is very bright. So yes, I fixed my light. I just wasn't, it wasn't just facing my face. I didn't notice that. Yo, Martin is balling, bro. Yo, he did this in real life, it'd be a wrap. Yo, they have nobody to deal with Julius. They have nobody to deal. I gotta get those mismatches. I love DiVincenzo already. Like, I think he's a great, versatile player. You can put him on 1s and 2s, some 3s.
He's been quiet so far. Still more points in the game.
All right, let's go. The NBA is tough. The NBA needs two expansion teams. There's just too much talent not playing. There's too much talent in the free agent pool. Oh, I was trying to pass that and the animation took over. I just thought that was a tough shot, but he made it. Like, I don't like taking tough shots in this game unless it's with LeBron or KD or somebody like that, because this game makes it impossible for anything but like first team All NBA to make tough shots, and it shouldn't be that way. Give me that. Yeah, Julius playing some well, he plays defense in 2K because I'm playing with him. IRL, he's not doing that.
Brunson against Beverly. Pass to Sims. Just 5 in the clock. Here's Martin. Chance shot.
Let's go, Jericho. Jericho plays well in spurts. He just needs to not. I think he's terrified of Thibodeau. Like, I don't know. I just feel like he doesn't look like the same player from Texas. I think with the right coach, just like anybody else, it's all depending on the kind of. All right, I had to stop talking for a second because that Jabberwocky music came on, and you know, I don't need YouTube talking about we're copywriting this, even though it doesn't matter. But you never know. All you need is one video to go viral, and you don't have the rights to it. Nah. Give me that. You know, if Embiid wanted to stir something up, he would have invited a few Knicks players to his wedding. He's always talking about, in his Twitter handle, he's like troll Embiid. He loves trolling people. Like, I love that because it feels like real life. He's not being handled by a PR person. When he was trolling Ben Simmons with that meme, I just showed up to his funeral to make sure he was dead. It's this black dude in shades and like a funeral suit. And he changed his bio to that. I just thought it was hysterical. It's not Twitter anymore, it's X. Yo, like, let's just talk on the side. Let's just talk about that whole situation. I swear Musk is I don't know. He's like making it fail on purpose. How was that late? Yeah, talking about Musk, because his decisions, or he's a complete egomaniac. It could be both. He's a complete egomaniac, and he only surrounds himself with yes people that won't tell him that his product is crap. Yeah, no Mitchell Robinson, no problem. I'm going to Embiid every single time. Like, this team would be reminiscent of those Knicks teams in the 90s. Thibodeau was on both teams.
Knicks with the rebound. Randall's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's Embiid.
Oh! Yo, that looked just like him. That is crazy. The way he hangs in the air like that. Scoring with Joel is just so infinitely easy. And I'm not even shooting the ball. I hit 1-3 with him, right? Yeah. I'm not even trying to shoot the ball with him too much. That's off. Yeah, I only put Josh Hart back in because I didn't want to make a substitution right before the half like I always do. You know, and when you see things like this, like I was struggling in the beginning because I didn't have a rhythm with this specific team. This happens with new teams early on. And then also, I don't care how good your team is. Wow, look at that shot. I don't care how good your team is. If you don't, there's a reason superstars and megastars in the NBA cost so much. Because it's not like football where you put a superstar on a team, don't mean nothing. One player is not changing the dynamic of any team. But you put a superstar in the NBA, it's really the only sport where like a mega star can change the whole fortunes of a franchise. And there's so few of them in the NBA. So that's why there's such a premium. Baseball, you put Aaron Judge on any team doesn't mean that they're going to go to the championship. It's just not going to happen like that. Like you can put Joel Embiid with 4 G Leaguers and they have a chance at the playoffs. They're not going to win anything, but they have a chance of getting to the playoffs. Aaron Judge is not dragging a minor league team to the playoffs. I don't care. Ooh, tough shot. In football, you put a prime Calvin Johnson on a Detroit Lions team, doesn't mean that they're going to win. Oh, wow, tough shot. Well, my shooting has gone up. I started the first quarter at 30%, so I've been up a little bit. There's a good chance DiVincenzo starts over Grimes. Just knowing Tibbs the way everybody else does. He's just... Oh, give me a break, bro. Give me a break. You're not going to double me there? That's just easy, man. Life is just easy with a superstar. Oh, I haven't scored in a while. Let me just dump it into them. Let them do magic. I didn't even need to make that jump, but... Oh, tough shot. Tough shot. Only 28% defended. Give me that. There's no way, bro. Oh, we're going to challenge that. I mean, unless I got him down low. And I doubt that.
The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch.
Where did I get him? Oh, I got him on his arm. Well, oh, and I was in the restricted. Yeah, I'm going to lose this challenge. I was in the restricted area.
A challenge like this is something.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
Yeah, bad challenge. But you got to throw those out sometime for your superstar. I wonder if 2K for 24, if they're going to... If they're going to put that second challenge, that new rule change that happened. All right, so now he has to rest first. I want DiVincenzo with him. I don't want Fournier in with that bench team. He's a very big negative. Yeah, RJ needs to work on that free throw. 70% is not going to cut it. If I can see RJ at 80%, I think he has the potential to be an all-star at 80% free throw, and that's it. That really just separates him from, because then once your free throw shots go up, your shots are gonna go up. Oh, I just love waiting in midair until his hands go down and then I can score. This is not bad. It's, you know, still 3 ISO players, so I think Embiid fits really well here. I mean, Embiid fits well anywhere. You can't do, you're not me. Are you Brunson? You ain't doing that. Uh-oh, RJ against Julius. That'd be interesting. Wow. That's a tough shot to make. All right, little double-double. Again, he's not going to get the shots that he normally gets. You have Embiid, a Durant, a James, any kind of high volume, a Curry. Julius is going to go back to his role. Oh, wow, they really smothered me. Good defense there. Good defense by Hartenstein. Hartenstein really became a defensive stopper in the second half of last year. This is what a lot of Knicks fans wish Julius would do more of, is make quicker decisions. I mean, I think he would be such a better player, but I think he's a rhythm shooter. No, I know he's a rhythm shooter and needs to get a few dribbles to get to line up the rim, and he could not play in a fast-paced D'Antoni type offense. That's off. Anytime they lean like that, it's off. I'm not playing Deuce, and I talk crap about Thibodeau not playing Deuce more. Deuce is just limited offensively, and he's a rhythm player, but he's not talented enough to demand shots over Julius, over Jalen, over RJ. Oops. Sorry, guys. Oh, well, I deserve to miss that. I'm glad I didn't make that. Press the... that's the one thing I don't like about PlayStation 5 controllers, is I feel like the little square in the middle, it's too far down. I think they did it for stylistic reasons. Ooh, right on his head. And I get it, because it looks better if it goes all the way down, but the practicality of it is you touch it accidentally a few times. Wow, Mitchell Robinson is really... I mean, Hartenstein is not a shooter, so that's smart by the computer. They're actually really good friends, Hartenstein and Mitchell Robinson. That'd be an interesting matchup between them two. Yeah, let's just put Diva. See, that's why I love DiVincenzo. I put him wherever I need him. And DiVincenzo's an absolute dog. All those Villanova guys are. Anyone under Jay Wright? Or is it Ralph Sampson? I'm sorry, the Houston head coach. They teach NBA players. That's where Quentin Grimes came out of, the Cougars. And he's a dog as well. That's what Tibbs wants. And there was an article I read in The Athletic. I don't know if it was Fred Katz. I don't know who it was. Said that the moves in the offseason were very Thibodeau-centric. But just remember that Minnesota, he was the team president. He was the team president in Minnesota, and he flamed out. You cannot give Thibodeau carte blanche in making roster decisions because, yeah, slow-mo, baby, let's go. You can't give him carte blanche because he's just going to do the same type of players over and over. He'll sign a Taj Gibson at 40 and play him 35 minutes or some crazy thing. Like, I think he's his own worst enemy. Wow. Oh! How do you let me miss that? Oh, this can't be cheating, bro. This would have been like a 40-point lead if they didn't cheat. I think Harden maybe should have started, but I was thinking too much politics.
14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. And for Josh Hart, he's a fan favorite.
I like Pat Bev off the bench. Oh, let's go, DiVincenzo. And no slow-mo. Those are rare. When you make the shot with no slow-mo, I don't know what's their determination as to why. I wish slow-mo was just a once-in-a-while thing, so there would be some mystery as if it's going in. And I think it should be slow-mo on a final shot, regardless if it goes in or not. Give me that barbecue chicken. I really like Randall in this role, like kind of filling the gap here. I think this is a very good situation. Him as a 3 is so different. Like, I feel way more confident with him on the floor when he's a 3, especially when he's going against the bench. Look at that move, bro. That is lockout Julius right there. Playing quick, playing fast, playing downhill, playing with strength, playing with speed. I'm not taking as many jump shots as the real Julius Randle would, because that step back 3, I don't feel confident doing it with him. I've done it a few games, like maybe a few months ago, but ooh, Pat Bev, okay.
Got himself going with the triple, his first.
Even if it's a blowout, I mean, I'm still gonna play because I want to. The whole point is to see Embiid. So look at Randall, bro. Randall against the bench is just not a good look. Not a good look. I think this year, Thibodeau might be saying, you know what, Julius, you're going to be the first one to come out. I don't know if he's going to like this, but I want you playing against the bench. Because I think one of Julius's biggest issues was he didn't like that Obi got better reactions from the crowd, was a crowd favorite. They would boo Julius. But Patrick Ewing also went through the same thing. So did Carmelo. When you're the top dog in New York, it is heaps and mounds of pressure. The commissioner, the last 2 commissioners, Adam Silver and David Stern, their boyhood teams were the Knicks. So when you have the commissioner of the league and the league office and everybody there watching and the head of the referee union, everybody's in New York, it's just an ungodly amount of pressure. It's just a really tough place to be in. I know he's on fire, but sorry, bro. I'm going to do a Thibodeau. Regardless of what you're doing, I'm going to put in somebody else. I see some more Jalen Martin, maybe. Not. He's going to play enough at the end of the game.
As we get going in quarter number 4. The post pair for it's Randall and Hartenstein. Dante DiVincenzo.
Sure, like so I was saying, like getting rid of Obi was a Tibbs thing. Well, especially since he cursed out Tibbs in a playoff game. Rightly so, in a way of what he was feeling. But you're not gonna curse out a 2-time coach of the year and get away with it. And Toppin had a right to be mad. I've not really discussed too much the whole situation with Toppin and why he left Indiana. If you're not aware, he was just never gonna get any minutes in New York. He just wasn't. Because he doesn't fit what Tibbs likes. And that is stout defense, stout rebounding. And frankly, Toppin is not better than Randall at this point in his career. Will he be? Yeah, of course, because Julius Randle's going to age. Oh, Randle's on fire, bro. And that's the biggest issue. And Tibbs is not creative. Tibbs is a workhorse type of guy. He likes to play his starters. As you know, if you've watched him in Chicago and Minnesota, he's going to play you a psychotic amount of minutes, regardless of the score or the situation. So, like, at least with other coaches, normally, like, if it's a blowout, a green. Yo, Randall's on fire, bro. Oh, my God. Julius, throw some water on Julius. Who needs Embiid? I don't remember the last time I played this well with Julius. But yeah, so he's going to play his top guys. He rarely uses his bench, and talking about Tibbs again. He loves veterans. So Obi was just in an untenable situation. I think originally when they drafted Obi, their hopes were get some value for Julius, flip him, and move on. I don't care what you say. You're not spending an 8th pick on a backup. You're just not doing that. You're not. So they were not sure of Julius. They didn't think he was going to amount to much. And they were like, let's flip this guy. Let's get him some minutes or whatever. But Tibbs just kept playing him, developed him, cultivated him, and became a better player than anybody could have imagined. And that left them in a very bad situation where you're stuck with that draft pick. And again, you don't want to admit that you drafted incorrectly by flipping him too early, because then you look like a bunch of idiots. So, you know, they were just in a bad place. And so it was just unfair for Obi. And I think they did a favor to Obi, despite the fact that, because Obi is a CAA client. And I'm thinking Scott Perry. Leon Rose is the former president of CAA. His son, I think, is running CAA. So I think Leon Rose is still, through Burners or some other thing, is still running CAA. I don't care what anybody says. So they did him a favor, or his son asked his father, hey, let him out, let him go somewhere where he can get some minutes, because he's about to be a free agent.
Randall gets to Fournier. Back to Randall.
Look at that juke. Let's go, Julius. Julius went crazy in the second half. So yeah, so it was a lot of politics and stuff like that. And it's just unfortunate. I think Obi's going to get a raw deal again, because Jarris Walker, Indiana's draft pick, is on offense and defensive demon. So I don't think Obi may not start in Indiana. We'll see how Rick Carlisle decides this, but Jarris Walker might be better than Obi. So Obi really is going to have a make or break year. I think he has to be selfish. I think he has to live in the gym. I think if Rick Carlisle says jump, he needs to say how high, in a sense, with making sure that he gets the opportunity to showcase himself. Because even if he's not able to do it in Indiana, oh, that's what Thumbelina, that's his biggest issue, is the turnovers. Obi may find himself out of the league in a year or two if he doesn't play his cards right. I was trying to pass to DiVincenzo. I like DiVincenzo's shot. It feels really fluid and natural. Yo, there's been no fouls in the whole quarter. All right, we're going to have a fast quarter, because Embiid was supposed to come in already. Like you saw at the end of the third quarter, I was putting Embiid in. All right. All right, we're up by 34. All right, we'll see Embiid for like 20 seconds maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll just play him the whole game, the rest of the game. But yeah, so Obi is just, and this is the situation with the NBA. And you could go down the list of NBA players who were just put in the wrong situation at the wrong time. And I don't like when, like, if you put Draymond Green and you don't put him on the Warriors, I don't think Draymond is in the NBA potentially. It could, maybe I'm crazy, or maybe he would be a better offensive player than we know now. Who knows? But I feel like going to Golden State, going to Steve Kerr, finding Steph Curry and Klay Thompson really benefited him. Now, if you put Draymond Green and a dumpster fire, they're not anymore, but you put him on the Kings with Marvin Bagley, or you put him in Orlando. Who really is Draymond? Is Draymond elevating a team? And remember, Draymond had David Lee his rookie year to show him the ropes. Because David Lee, I don't think he gets enough credit for how he shaped Draymond's game. David Lee was a Knick for a long time. He did a lot of that high, low post action as a passer. A lot of the stuff that Draymond does now, David Lee helped him do that. Draymond, of course, has those natural skill sets, but you ask him, David, and he ended up supplanting him. I don't know if it was the first or second year, but Draymond ended up supplanting David Lee. But David Lee was an all-star. David Lee was a passing big all the time. And I feel like that was a big portion of why Draymond became the... So my point is, Draymond kind of hit the lotto. Damn, Fournier. Maybe Fournier should get some burn next year. So, like, again, a lot of it is luck. A lot of it is luck with the teams picking the right player for the right situation. There are some players like LeBron, obviously, KD. No matter where they go, no matter what the coaching, they're going to play well. I'm not even going to lie. They are, but those are few and far in between. Got him. Got him. That's what Embiid brings. Wow. What a bella. And the game was that's beating in Spanish, if you don't know. Sorry. The game was close in the first quarter. Yeah, that challenge. They didn't call that foul then. Wow. This is what Embiid brings to your team. This is why he's worth 6 first-round picks. This is why he's worth everything you have in your system because of this. Look at that. When's the last time I beat a team by 30? But great game. Great convo. Hope you enjoyed it. We're back playing 2K. We're going to continue doing this all summer. So as long as the summer is, we'll put 1 or 2 videos a week maybe. Because it's fun. This is I love basketball, as you can tell. And I like seeing these scenarios. I like seeing these alternate universes. And I hope front offices eventually start utilizing 2K more to figure these things out. Yo, Julius went nuts. But there's no pressure here. There's nothing. I don't need him to do anything. So it's just rim runs, open shots. He's going against the backup players. I think he would benefit the most with Embiid and Brunson taking the weight of the pressure, because I think they're perfectly suited for that. Look at that, 12 for 17, 1 for 3 from downtown. I don't remember the last time I had a game with Julius like this, but Embiid does that because you have to stay true to him on the perimeter. You have to stay true to Embiid on the perimeter. And what does that do? It allows Julius to do rim runs, allows him to get open shots. He doesn't have to create anything. All he has to do is finish. I think, look at the 19 rebounds. Wow. I've never had a 2020 game. Yo, that is insane. What a game. 4 assists. Wow. Embiid was secondary right here. 28, 3 blocks. And he gets credit as he's probably, him, Giannis are probably the 2 best two-way players in the NBA, because they dominate on both ends. Just remarkable. Would I like to see this? Hell yeah. Is this going to happen? 99.999999% no. And, clip this in case this ever does happen. You can throw it in my face, because I'll be happy to be wrong about that. I don't see this happening unless they were to fire Daryl Morey. Look at Brunson here. Didn't need a lot from him. 9 shots. I don't need... Like him or Julius don't need to score every game 30, 40 points to give them a shot. And this is what you need. You need these guys to be the number 2 and the number 3 respectively to go anywhere. You need an alpha that's going to take that weight off of these guys. Hartenstein played really well. Wow. Just finishing at the rim. But most impressive is the block shots, the rebounding. This is what you need. DiVincenzo was great, man. I really like his shot. It's really an easy shot to shoot. It's just a natural motion. He's a pit bull. I'm excited for him on the team this year. So yeah, so we'll see what happens. Let's see some of these more alternate scenarios. Where's Embiid going? We know where Harden's going. Is Paul George going anywhere? There's just so many questions left unanswered. There's going to be a few trades potentially before training camp, before the trading deadline in February or January. I can't remember. So I'm excited. Let's keep this going. I'll see you on the next video. Stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't. Love you all.